Hi everybody, welcome with new course from Ayman Kushoy. We will learn Python, the programming language. My resources is website harmash.com and some PDF books, kotobpdf.net and Learn Python 3. Let's take overview of Python. Are you ready to learn Python? If you are beginner in programming, you should study the algorithm immediately before you start studying Python, because you need to know the principle of programming before you learn any programming language. Don't worry if you have never learned it, because we explain the algorithm from scratch. What's Python? Python is a high-level programming language created by Julian Van Rossum while working at the Central Works Information Research Center in 1986. In 1991, the first version was published to make it is accessible to all. This language has been developed and added a lot of features in each new version to this day until it has become one of the most important languages of the era, which can be used to build desktop programs, web applications, games, scripts, and so on. Python works on all most important operating systems such as Windows, Macintosh, Apple Macintosh, Linux, Unix. It is one of the most famous programming language ever. And this is the logo of Python. Udo van Rossum, who developed Python. This is some information on him. What is the advantage of Python language from other programming language? Materially, you will not pay any amount to work with Python language. It will be open source and free and will remain free for life. Technically, you can program it even if your computer is weak or old. Easy to read and modify. It is very easy to learn and the code can be read and modified easily. Fast execution. The operating system can understand Python code as it is directly implemented without the need for a special compiler or interpreter. Python command into commands that the operating system understands as some other programming language such as Java required. Work on more than one platform. The program that you build with Python works on the most important operating systems such as Windows, Macintosh, Linux, or Unix. It is object orientation, supported the concept of class, object, inherit, generate. Multitasking. Python provides you with multi-threading technology that allows you to make your program able to execute multiple commands simultaneously. Database. Python provides interface ready to handle the most important database. User interface. Application with user interface can be built. Dealing with other programming language. You can work with other programming language such as C, C++, Java within your program written primarily in Python. Other programming language deal with Python. Most programming languages support Python handling, meaning they allow you to use Python code in program written primarily in other programming languages such as C, C++, or Java. Educationally circular. Many institutes and universities, whether foreign or Arab, are now studying for students. Python features for developers. It has tremendous popularity and there are many references for anyone who wants to learn it. Simple and easy to learn compared to other language. If you create a program using Python, the program works on a system in the world, and this is one of the most important reasons to learn. At present, it is one of the most demanding language in the labor market. That means if you want to enter the labor market, Python provide you with a lot of opportunity. One of the most important language used by two tasks in the field of information security and hackers. To whom is this training program prepared? This training program is designed to suit all people who want to learn. So whether you can be a teacher or a student or a programmer, this reference will help you understand the basics of Python and reach a very advanced level. In the next lesson, we will guide you to download the Python language tool that we'll use to explain which you can use to build your own application in the future. Python create a Python software development environment. As you see here, you write a Python file code with extension py, then Python interpreter, convert it to operating system. You can use module here and compiler to binary code. There is some technical terms. The code is called source code. To run this code, it must send to Python interpreter. The interpreter is contain a Python code simpler. The translator takes the converter of the Python code into a code that the computer understands called bytecode. Then the translator converts the bytecode to program running on an operating system, whether Windows, Linux, or Macintosh. Source code means source code or source code. Bytecode, the code understood by the machine. It is contained from 0 and 1. Compiler is called compiler. It is actually the program that converts Python code to bytecode. Virtual machine, the program that runs the bytecode as any program on the operating system. Operating system, for operating system, which means the operating system such as Windows, Linux, or Macintosh. Equipment to Python programming environment. You will download the latest version of Python and the free version of PyCharm to build and run Python code on your computer. The reason we use PyCharm is that it is easy to use and very helpful in writing code. You can use any text editor to write code. To download Python, just use Google and edit Python download. Select the first one and then from here download Python with the last version and save file. Then run as an administrator. Install with 2 check of these boxes. Install launcher for all users. Recommended. Add Python 3.6 to pass and click install. And then after installing successfully, click close. Initialize the programming language editor, PyCharm. Search in Google to PyCharm download and select the first one. Then download the free community here for open source. Save file. Run as administrator. Then next. Choose the path and click next. Build for your machine 32 or 64 bit. And this is create a py and then install in progress. After finish, you are finished. Open the PyCharm program and choose the preferred color you want. If you want Dracula view, you can use this dark colors. If you want the light view, you can use this. Or you skip, remaining the set default. Then this is the test or the first application you want to build. Choose another you get. Open the program. click the create new project icon. If PyCharm is open and you want to create a new project, go to the top menu and click file and then click new project. Create new project from here and edit your application name. Select any suitable name, my ABB, my application, and then create. Close the tips of the day. Right click on the my ABB and choose new Python file and name the Python file test, for example, and click OK. This is the code area and this is the new file you created. You can print hello world here, as you see, print bracket and quotation hello world. It will appear here, hello world. This is your first application. Thank you. For any question, you can contact me through Udemy question and answer.